Alright, so the intro going to sound something like this then. Okay, and all we're doing there then is index finger, going to lay that down on fret 2, so you're covering strings 2, 3 and 4. Don't cover string 5 though, because we're going to be playing that open. And also what we're going to do is just put our middle finger onto fret 3, string number 2, and to start off with we're just going to play strings 4 and 5, so that's, if you look at your finger, it's going to be fret 2 and an open note, so okay. Then while that's ringing out, you're going to play strings 2 and 3. Okay, and straight away going to take your middle finger off, so now you've just got your index finger laid down over fret 2 and just play strings 2 and 3 again. So okay, and that is basically the shape that we're going to be playing all throughout the intro. Okay, and if you look at the tab, we're going to play it 4 times, but each time you play it, you're going to sort of play it once, then a little bit quicker, then once, then a little bit quicker. Okay, so okay, so something like that. Alright, the next part is just the pre-verse, and it'll sound like this. Going to be using a lot of octave shapes, so alright, so quite quick, but it's actually pretty simple. Alright, so index finger, fret 4, string number 5, ring finger, fret 6, string number 3. You'll notice we've got string 4 in the middle there. We're just going to mute that by laying your index finger down a little bit when you play, like when you hold the fret down. That's going to mute it like okay. And if you look at the tab, it's all going to be this note to start with. We're going to play it once and then play it down and up 6 more times. Okay, and in total we're going to do that 3 times. So down da 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 da, and then do that 3 times. Okay, so do da 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 little do da 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 do da 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 da. Yep, and then from there, if you look at the tab, we're going to slide it up to 7 and 9. Going to play that once, then go down to 5 and 7, then 4 and 6, and then back up to 7 and 9. So do 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 do. Okay, and to finish off that part, up a string and down 2 frets. So now it's your index finger on fret 5, string 6, your ring finger on fret 7, string 4, muting string 5, which is the middle string. Going to play it once and then down and up 6 more times. So okay, so back to that first shape then. So okay, do 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 do, and then all we're going to do from there is go down a string, and then that sort of last part is going to repeat. So that part, alright, so the pre-verse right from the start. Okay, right, so the verse then, if you look at the tab, it's very similar to the intro. So I'll not sort of talk through all of it. I'll just kind of show you how it's played. And if you look at the first part, the first 2 bars are exactly the same as the intro. So that's the okay, and then from there the part's always going to be the same. All we're going to do is play a different chord. Okay, so we're going to be putting your index finger onto fret 2, string number 6, your ring finger, fret 4, string number 5, your little finger, fret 4, string 4. I'm going to play this once, but also with your index finger. So if you make sure that you try and lay that down so you're covering all the strings on fret 2. Okay, so I'm laying that down, really pressing on, and then I'm putting my other fingers back on. Okay, and what we're going to do is play those top 3 strings. Okay, and then put your middle finger onto fret 3, string number 2. So in between there, in there, then you're just going to play strings 2 and 3, and then take your middle finger off. Okay, and that's going to give you the part. Again, all we're doing is just sort of playing it slightly different. Okay, so that's that part. And the final time when we play it, just go back to the first shape. So index finger laid down at fret 2 over strings 2 and 3 with your middle finger onto fret 3 string 2. We're going to play strings 4 and 5 open, and then that pattern, and then again. Okay, so you know, the verse, like I said, it's basically the intro just adapted a little bit. And if you find that you're actually having a bit of trouble playing the different chords, it really doesn't matter if you just play the basic. You know, you could just play that if you want to and miss out the different kind of different chord changes. Okay, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. So that's the verse there then. Right, so the pre-chorus, that's the part where he starts, I'm trying to be what you want me to be, that part. And to start off with, it's just this one big chord. So index finger on fret 2, so you're covering strings 2, 3, 4, but don't cover string 5 because we're playing that open. We're going to play all 4 strings. Okay, just let them ring out. So that's that. I'm trying to be what you want me to be. And then after a little while, the guitar comes back in again, and it just plays this. Okay, so 2 different power chord shapes. Index finger, fret 2, string 6. Ring finger, fret 4, string number 5. Your little finger, fret 4, string number 4. And all we're doing there then, playing it once downwards, and then down and up 12 more times. Okay, then if you slide that all the way up to frets 5 and 7 and then go down a string with the entire shape, all we're going to do now is play it once and then 6 times down and up, and then do that twice. So do da 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 do da 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 da. Okay, so back to the first position. I'll play it from the start and it'll sound then like together. It'll sound like this. Alright, so next up's the chorus where they sing I think you need some time alone, I think you need some time, that part, and it's just going to sound like this then. Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 different power chord shapes I think it is, and the strumming pattern for the entire piece is going to be the same. So every time you change your power chord, it's always going to be the same pattern. Okay, so it's really simple. And all we do then to start off with, going back to that power chord we've just played a moment ago. So your index finger on fret 2, string number 6. Your ring finger, fret 5, string 5. Little finger, fret 4, string number 4. We're going to play this 5 times, alright? We're going to go once, and then twice, and then twice. So, do 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 do. Okay? That's what it's going to sound like for the entire piece, okay? So we're going to do that. Then from there, slide it up to 5 and 7, and go down a string. Okay, do 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 do. Then all we're going to do from there, slide that all the way down to frets 2 and 4. And we're going to do that shape twice. So, okay, so to start with then, so far. Okay, if you look at the tab now then, the first part's going to be the same. The second half, instead of going down to 2 and 4, all we're going to do is put our index finger on fret 2 and just lay it down so you're covering strings 3 and 4, but don't cover string 5 because we're playing that open, and it's going to have that same shape but play it twice again. So okay, so that's it so far then. If you look at the tab, all we're going to be doing is repeating that very first pattern. So okay, to finish off, if you look at the tab, it's going to start off the same, but this time it's just going to end and stop. Okay, so alright, so that's a chorus there then. So there's 4 different parts, but some of it does repeat. Okay, so right back to the start, and it'll sound like this then. Okay. So next up we've got the interlude. There's going to be two different parts to that. It's going to start off index finger fret 5 string 5, ring finger fret 7 string 4, your little finger fret 7 string 3. It's going to play this like that and let it ring out. And then all we're going to do, like I say, let it ring out and then move your hand up a string, and then we're just going to play this twice, palm muted, so down and up dead quick, and do it again. Okay, so it's let that ring out, and then it's okay, and that's just kind of like the build up to the second part of the interlude, which is going to sound like this. Okay, so lots of pull-offs there then, but it is actually really simple. Okay, so index finger to start with on fret number 4, string number 5. I'll just get really close so you can see, and all we're going to do, I'm going to pick this note once, and then while it's ringing out, kind of flick your finger off, and that's going to turn it into the open note. So okay, you can see I only picked it once. Yeah, and then all we're going to do is pick it again on the open note, so diddle, yeah, and then we're going to do the same thing using our middle finger on fret 5. Okay, so far. Okay, if you look at the tab, I'm going to do that twice. Alright, then to finish off, all we're going to do is index finger, fret 4, string 5, pick it and pull off. This time we're not going to do the open note, and then all we're going to do is middle finger, fret number 5, string 5, pick that and pull off. So the two final notes. Okay, diddle little. So in total. Alright, so right from the start again. Okay, something like that. Alright, so you know, it can be quite difficult at first, but once you've got up to speed, you know, you'll be alright with it anyway. And after that then, I think it goes back into the pre-verse, keeps playing the verse, I think, right to the end of the song. Then to finish, all we're going to do, one chord, index finger, fret 2, so you're covering strings 3 and 4. Don't cover string 5 though, because we're playing that open, and we're just going to play those 3 strings and let it ring out. Okay, so that's the entire lesson there then for the song Waggy by Blink-182 off the Dude Ranch album. Hope you've enjoyed the lesson again.